When I was a kid, I was so excited to lose my first tooth. Everyone in my grade had already lost one, and I had one loose for what felt like weeks of wiggly torture. My friends all came in day after day with shiny new quarters or dollar bills or new treats from the tooth fairy. The more privileged of my classmates even came in with a brand new beanie baby. I couldn't wait to see what the fairy would bring me. So when I lost my tooth, I did everything I was supposed to do. I put it under my pillow. I fell asleep like a good little girl. But in the morning, I woke up to nothing. Nada. I cried, but I bore my hideous, horrible secret in shame. I tried to hide the fact that the tooth itself was gone, but my friends all noticed. My teacher noticed. Amy, you finally lost that tooth. Congratulations. What did the tooth fairy bring you? So I lied. I said, $10. My teacher smiled and said that that was a great exchange rate or something stupid that was way over my head. Now I think she probably knew or suspected. And I'm so grateful to her because she didn't call me out on it. I remember my best friend Elijah was so jealous. He got quarters for his teeth. You're so lucky, he said. But I wasn't lucky. I felt so guilty inside. And what's worse is that I knew some terrible truth that he didn't. The tooth fairy was dead. Or wasn't real. Or perhaps, worst of all, it didn't care about me. I told my mom that night at dinner. Her face fell. Maybe the tooth fairy had a night off, she said. Maybe the tooth fairy didn't know about the tooth. I shook my head. The tooth was taken. I placed it under my pillow, and in the morning, it was gone. Double check, she said. Maybe it fell. So we went into my room, and sure enough, the tooth was in the crack between the mattress and the wall. Try again tonight, she said. I felt hope renewed. My mom worked 3 jobs when I was growing up. One for herself, one for me, and one for my dad who left us. We didn't have much disposable income, so the idea of a fairy who could provide something for me was thrilling. I could make some money for me and mom. I told her how the kids at school had made bank on the fairy, and how I told them that I'd gotten $10 for one tooth, and how amazing it would be if all of that came true. The next morning, I found $1 under my pillow and a note. IOU, it said, $9. And the fairy kept it up. With each lost tooth, she tallied her debt. She made deposits on some nights and leave more IOUs on others. The established rate was $10 a tooth, just like I'd lied about. My mom, she passed a few years back. I couldn't bring myself at first to go through her things, so I've been taking it slow. I finally got around to cleaning out her box, the box of stuff she had in the bedroom. I'd forgotten about fairy finances until I found this. It doesn't seem like much, but it's full. You hear that? Those are my baby teeth. Gross, right? But here's the kicker. It's also full of cash and a note. Look at that. I owe you, Amy.
Thank you for the years of smiles. I love you forever.
You know that phrase, ignorance is bliss? Maybe sometimes ignorance is just ignorance. Like, I wish I'd known all my mom was doing for me while she was doing it. Not 30 years later after she was gone, after it was too late to thank her. Because now I'm just some 37-year-old woman whose mom kept her baby teeth and a promise, all because she loved me. Or maybe there's some bliss in that.